All right, time to chat with my main man, Ian Begley. And Ian, we'll get to Obi and Emmanuel quickly in a second. But Leon Rose really shared some interesting comments about Julius Randle before the game, about his future. What more can you tell us about what he said there?
Yeah, Leon Rose was pretty transparent about Julius Randle and his struggles. He said he felt like, sometimes the emotions got the best of Julius Randle when he was on the floor, but he felt that Randle, by and large, dealt with everything pretty well, made it through the season in a good fashion. But he did say that he felt like the burden, or maybe the load that Julius was carrying, was a little bit much, and then the shooting wasn't there for Randle all season. He did say also that Randle told him that he wants to remain in New York. He's committed to being in New York. So big off season for the Knicks. A lot of questions around Julius Randle's future. He at least told Leon Rose that he wants to be in this market.
And only time will tell if he indeed will stay with the New York Knicks. So going back to Obi and Emmanuel quickly, the young guys showed a lot of growth, specifically Obi and Julius Randle's absence. How do you think this team feels about their future with the young guys?
Well, I think those two guys in particular, people are optimistic about them and what they've shown over the past couple of weeks, particularly Obi Toppin playing well in Julius Randle's absence. I think it gives the Knicks a lot to think about with both players, Quickly and Toppin. Quickly, how do you proceed here with the guard market in the offseason? And Toppin, the obvious one is, what's Julius Randle's future? How does what you've seen from Obi Toppin the past few games, how does that play into what may happen with Randle in the offseason? Because that's a situation you have to figure out. It's hard to see these two guys being at their best together. The Knicks have to figure out how to do that, or either move on from one or the other.
Yeah, so it definitely will not be a boring offseason, that's for sure. But moving over to the Nets, who opened Tuesday against Cleveland for the play-in game, quickly, how much pressure do you believe is on Kyrie Irving to deliver here?
Significant amount, because if things fall short, the Nets don't advance to the playoffs, or they say they lose in the first round, the questions are going to be about, well, what could have been if Kyrie Irving was with this team all year round. Obviously, due to vaccination standards and Irving's decision not to get vaccinated, he was unable to play for much of this season. But if they fall short here, fall short of their own championship expectations, there's going to be a big examination about Irving's role in them falling short.
Yeah, a lot of pressure will be on Kyrie Irving for sure. Ian, as always, thanks so much for the time, man.